Or is this full-time MMA now?
I love full-time MMA right now.
Back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and hook your boy up with a like if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time
MMA.
This right here should be pretty good. I fucking love this. Shout out to the MMA vlogger Real Talk Forum for fucking requesting this. He said, what do you think about Daniel Cormier wanting to beat Frank Mir's ass again? Yo, let's fucking go. Yo, you know, I just fucking, bro, I think you were there at the live stream. You might have been there at the live stream when I found out. I didn't even realize that Daniel Cormier had fought Frank Mir in the past. Like, I knew he was undefeated, 13 fights at heavyweight, but it was just off of like research I did in the past. I didn't really watch Daniel Cormier when he was fighting at heavyweight, but I knew he had fought like Roy Nelson, but I couldn't remember the other big names he had fought at heavyweight, or if he had. But the fact that he beat fucking Frank Mir at heavyweight once, boy, that just goes to my fucking point that Daniel Cormier is the #1 pound for pound fighter on the motherfucking earth in the UFC. Oh, actually, professional fighter, you know what I'm saying? Clean fighter. I'm talking about clean USADA motherfucking fighter on the planet. He's probably even beating the dudes at Bellator with no USADA, honestly. But Daniel Cormier beat a former heavyweight champion in Frank Mir. He's undefeated at fucking light heavyweight. So even though he wasn't champion at heavyweight, he beat a former champion at heavyweight, fucking Frank Mir. Frank Mir's one of the best. If you talk about best heavyweights of all time, you can't tell me Frank Mir's not in your fucking top 5. You can't. When you talk about grappling at heavyweight, jiu-jitsu, top 2. Fuck you talking about? So for Daniel Cormier's little big ass to be able to fucking go undefeated at heavyweight, and let's get to this, man. You get the fucking point. Let's get to this. Frank Mir, if you remember, after Daniel Cormier was crying in the octagon, he said it was unacceptable. He said, you know, I thought it was in private. He should have waited till he got home for that shit, pretty much. And that's, man, what do you... Frank Mir's really out of line with that one, if you ask me. I mean, I know there's people that agree with that. I mean, my cat, you know, the microwave, if you listen to the Big Brother Beatdown, he's one of those guys like, oh, he can't be the GOAT after crying like that. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Man, hey, fucking, to me, that's fucking ridiculous. And Frank Mir said it was unacceptable. So Daniel Cormier saying, hey, motherfucker, I already beat your ass once, and when I see you, I'm gonna beat your ass again. And what's really, really interesting about this is I was watching that Bellator card last week, and it was fucking stacked, Henderson versus Pitbull. And guess who was in the audience? Guess who they put the camera on? Daniel Cormier, yo. He was like walking through the crowd. It wasn't even like a guest spot, you know, where he's like, hey, everybody. He was like walking to a seat and the camera hit his ass like, boom, got you, motherfucker. I don't even know if he was supposed. Can UFC fighters? No, I'm sure they can attend Bellator events. But Daniel Cormier was in the crowd. What if Frank Mir, you know, we could have fucking ran into Frank Mir at a Bellator crowd. You know what I'm saying? That shit might happen, bro. If Frank Mir goes to some Bellator fights, if Daniel Cormier goes to some more Bellator fights, he can run into Frank Mir. Don't fuck around and get into a scrap, bro. And I wonder how that even works. Like, do they get suspended? How does that even work? Oh, I don't know. But, bro, think about the co-promote. Think about the co-promote. What if Frank Mir, you know, because Bellator's heavyweight championship is vacant right now. They're going to be trying to get a fight together. Fedor, he's coming off of a loss, right, to Matt Mitrione. Did he beat somebody since then? I don't think so. So he's probably not going to fight Frank Mir for the title, but what if Frank Mir gets that heavyweight title or some shit? Or he don't even need the heavyweight title, man. How far away do you think the co-promote is, honestly? That could just be like an undercard fight or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know how long away the co-promote is, but I mean, fuck, dude. How much longer does Daniel Cormier have left in his contract? Shit, he might want to retire from the UFC at like 42. Bellator will take him till he's like 45. He can fight Frank Mir a couple of years down the line. Daniel Cormier versus Fedor. I mean, Daniel Cormier and Frank Mir definitely have some history. I learned that they were scheduled to fight in 2012, but it didn't happen. So they were scheduled to fight in Strikeforce in 2012. They actually fought in the UFC in 2013. and Daniel Cormier won. So, I mean, this is interesting. They're probably, I don't know, if they fight, it'll probably be at a Bellator event. And speaking of Bellator event, I'm about to get off of here. I just found out David Caveman Rickles was scheduled to fight Brendan Ward at the Gegard Mousasi Bellator card coming up. I'm going to do a video on that. You guys might not know who the fuck that is, but I plan on informing you. So it is what it is. Let they just know what the fuck you tell me in the comments. I'm out. If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring? Pilgrims.